everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They will be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Now in his 16th season, the veteran Ben Roethlisberger.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No, 2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. And we get a peek at the offense and a peek at Alshon Jeffrey.
An absolute matchup nightmare for any defensive back. Size, speed, terrific hands.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Carson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Lindsey, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Carson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So now here are the 49ers under third-year coach Kyle Shanahan. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Second and 5 now. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the move to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They run the counter. Carson, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wondering about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Then to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on.
That's caught at the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson caught by Jones. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape. As we look around the NFL here in week number 7, we start our tour of the NFL with the LA Rams, making their first visit back to the scene of their Super Bowl 53 loss as they visit Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. A touchdown run for James Conner. From there, it's up to New Era Field in Orchard Park to check on the Bills. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. David Montgomery, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. That drive took them inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he's got some space here. Breaks the tackle, now Allen, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll hit Jackson, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Flush to his right. It's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 3rd and 1, Wilson buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football, pick it up.
Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They run it with Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. He completes it to Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Julio Jones, 82 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you showed them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now it's Carson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 20-17, a minute 46 to go. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperate, and this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. He'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Around the NFL, they're in the fourth now in Green Bay. And it was the Packers who were able to come away with a victory there. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes in the W. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, it's Elliott. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Single. Second. No time.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fights off the defender. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run on first down. Elliott, he's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Here's Elliott. And he's got room. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Dawson's kick is up and through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him a last chance.